Boston's 10-game win streak came to an end last night in Sacramento. Good bounce back tonight, and they're going to wrap it up 99-85. Hopefully the cost wasn't too severe with Marcus Smart going down with an ankle injury after 30 minutes. He had 17 on the night.
The way this Boston team is playing, though, it'll be next man up. You know, Carson Edwards or somebody else. If Marcus Smart is out for any extended period, they've just been able to.
You know what? When you have good ball movement, the next guy up always can play well because the ball gets pumped around, everybody's touching it, and there's a flow to the game. Next man up doesn't work very well if you never touch the ball and you stand in the corner or something. So I like the way the Celtics are playing.
J.Tatum with 26 tonight. Obviously, the Celtics already without Gordon Hayward for an extended period of time. In addition to the two starters, they lost via free agency in the offseason with Kyrie Irving and Al Horford both moving elsewhere. And Kemba Walker tonight with 19 and 5, and Boston is back on the horse again. Back on it's not a win streak, but back with a win.
Oh, you can't start a win streak unless you win one. Then two,
that's how it starts.
Two's a streak, small streak, but it's a streak.
What's impressed you about this team?
Their ball movement, their shot selection, actually, and ball movement with a purpose. Sometimes it seemed like last year with the Celtics, the coach would say, I want 5 passes. So they were just like, then the sixth guy would get it and just take a bad shot. They took so many bad shots last year. This year, the ball moves from side to side. Guys are cutting. Their spacing is better. Their flow is better. There's just a lot of possessions. Even if they miss, you go, oh, nice shot generated by that offense. Hard drive, kick, next pump fake, pass, drive. And it's the second pass that I love. The ball comes out of a double team or any kind of pick and roll up. The guy gets it immediately. It's just out of his hands. So guys are getting good looks, and there's a flow to it. And I very seldom look at teams, what their shooting percentage is if I'm watching a game carefully. I'll see what shots are they getting. If they're getting great shots, you're saying they're fine. Now, they missed them tonight. Right. But then there's, conversely, there'll be nights I go like, you can't live on those shots. Because, I mean, they made, hand in the face, threes and everything else in prayers. You can't live on that. They're generating good shots. They don't turn it over. So that makes their offense doubly potent.
Yeah. Well, thoughts on, I'm going to go back to you on this, because there was so much talk about, especially in the offseason, about the locker room and the effect of Kyrie Irving leaving, Kemba Walker coming in. Kyrie Irving has said basically he wasn't as present as he needed to be last year, and he wasn't a great teammate by his own admission. Do you see evidence that there's a better atmosphere in Boston this season?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, a lot. When the ball moves freely, there's a freedom on the floor, and there's a trust, and there's just stuff that happens, and it's all beautiful. There's nothing bad when the ball just moves freely and the open man gets the shot. The guy will take a wide open shot and miss it, and guys are running down saying, good shot. The coaches are on the sideline saying, hey, good shot. And so there's a feel about that. When a guy takes a brutal shot with 1 second on the shot clock after he dribbled it 37 times and makes it, it's hard to cheer for that as a coach. You're like, you might call a timeout and go, we're not living on that. They are taking better shots. And to me, this league comes down to really very simple, basic things. Can you keep the ball in front of you, which is hard to do? And can you generate good, solid, high percentage shots for each other?
You don't like the 37 dribble play?
No, I do not.
Not really.
But Luka did a nice job with that.
Yes, he did.
We drew that up, though.
I think he said it was 74 dribbles.
On 78, he tapped
78 dribbles, that's right. Yeah. Phoenix Suns just finished a 6-game homestand at 3-3, and they've been a nice story here early in the season, but a heavy home schedule here so far. 7 of their next 10 are on the road. What are we going to find out about this team?
We're going to find out if this team is real. They've been a terrific offensive team, a much improved defensive team. Ricky Rubio has been great for them. Aaron Baines, another former Celtic, has been fantastic, making almost 50% of his threes. And, of course, Devin Booker, 50, 90. It's going to be interesting if this Suns team can take it on the road and continue the play that we've seen so far.
Their effort will allow them to win a lot of games. They're playing much harder under Monty Williams, and give him Monty a ton of credit. Look at Baines is not shooting 50% from the three-point line for the rest of the year. I got news for your numbers guy, and that 50-50 stuff that's going to go out the window too. He is not shooting 50% from the three-point line.
He has to this point, and
let me tell you
who's going to stop him?
What? Who's going to stop him? The law of averages is going to stop him because people don't shoot that. That'd be like saying, no, the law of averages is
He
not
is
gonna
one of the
catch up
best
to him.
shooters we have seen.
It doesn't matter. They're going to shoot 45%
I
or
have
something.
to go with Kevin on this.
Yeah,
At some
thank you,
point,
Matt.
it's going to come back down.
Of course it does. But
We said the
anyways.
same stuff when Russell Westbrook could not average a triple-double. No one could do it. He did it for 3 consecutive years. Someone is going to shoot 50% from 3.
Someone, but it's probably
And
not Aaron Baines.
No, but maybe Devin Booker. We're talking about Devin Booker, right? Or are we talking about Aaron Baines?
Both of them. They're not shooting 50%.
Well, I agree.
Would you like to make a bet on this?
I'm going to say neither will.
Not
Yes.
Aaron Baines. I will bet on Booker.
I will bet.
Oh,
on-
shooting 50% for a year.
Yeah.
It ain't happening.
Any
it ain't
year.
happening.
I'd like to get
any
in,
year.
Any
I don't
year.
care.
I'd like to
Doesn't
get in
matter.
on that
Yes.
with Kevin.
Yes.
Against both. Because Aaron Baines, he's Aaron Baines, and not that he's not a good shooter, but
Right.
he's a center, and he's probably not going to shoot 50% from three-point range. And Booker, because people are going to be guarding him out there.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
a lot of those shots are tough just by necessity. Now, I will say this. I think he's getting better shots this year than he was last year when
I
he
do
was
too.
kind of the show in Phoenix.
There's no doubt. Now, let's be very clear. Aaron Baines is not going to shoot 50%.
Okay, I thought you were
We
arguing that
agree.
Aaron Baines was going to.
We agree. Devin Booker, on the other hand, just an elite level shooter.
Well, you're a prisoner of the moment. He is not going to shoot
I am
50%.
not.
I'll tell you right now, you've just bought into it. Man, the Kool-Aid, can we get more Kool-Aid here? Holy smokes.
We'll talk to catering.
Yeah, he is not going to shoot. Look, the averages come down. Everybody, I've said this a million different times, you take a look at some guy's best shooting 10-game stretch of his career. You look at numbers that will astound you.
For sure.
Those are just average players. Booker was a very, very good player. Is having a phenomenal 14, 15 game thing. That is not going to last. I promise you. So,
And by the
we'll
way,
quit
Devin
arguing
Booker
about this.
is an
but,
elite
yeah.
shooter, obviously, and a three-point champion at All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
He's never shot 40% for a season from three-point range.
Oh, are we talking 40% or 50? I thought we were saying 40.
Okay, here we go. Now it's 30. All right, Matt, wait. You know what? We got an analytics guy, and Matt just shot him down with analytics.
He was 2 of 4 tonight, so he's right there.
Okay, that ain't happening.
Right there from
All right.
three-point
But
range.
they are going to play hard, and that will translate to wins for Phoenix if they just continue to play.
This team is much improved. One of the great stories to this point in the year for sure.
Baines, by the way, 1 of 5 tonight from three-point range.
Yeah, it's called the averages. Yeah, that's
This is going to be fun to follow.
They're still doing this, and they've tailed off a little bit, but they're still doing this without DeAndre Ayton, who obviously is a major piece of the puzzle moving forward.
Well, that's really interesting because this team is going to change the way they play dramatically when they get DeAndre Ayton back. And it's going to be – now, there's still plenty of time here. They're, 14 games into a 25-game suspension.
Let's take you out to Utah. The Minnesota Timberwolves are in town. It's a good one, 86-83. Karl Anthony Towns leads all scorers with 20 on the night. Craig Bowerjack and Matt Harpring, as always, are on the microphone.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns wants that basketball. Jeff Green did a great job of not allowing Cat Towns to get an easy pass inside.
See, that's been a real struggle for Conley. That shot, which I think would be money, rolls off. Rudy comes out to the three-point line. Towns reaches out. They double it. Inside, ball ricochets, nicely done. Royce O'Neal hugs the baseline and saves it. Here comes Jeff Green, front court. Drives inside, out of bounds, and a foul.
Well, that's what the Jazz hang their hat on. Great defense, and that last stretch, great team defense, coming down, double teaming Karl Anthony Towns, making him cough the ball up.
Trevion Graham picks up his 5th foul. See, we expected a lot of free throws in this game because you look at Minnesota, they averaged 27 free throws a night. That's 3 in the NBA. The Jazz are number 5 at 26.5. Not the case tonight. Vivint Smart Home Arena, the perfect place for your next group event. Great seats for Jazz basketball, dining, private events, and more. 355-DUNK to learn more. 19 free throws for Utah tonight, only 8 by Minnesota.
Yeah, the Jazz have done a great job of not sending them to the line. And we also talked about the bench with this free throw made right here. Joe Ingles with 11 and also Jeff Green with 11 off the bench. So that's 22 points between them. That's a good sign for the Jazz.
88-85. Nearly halfway through the fourth quarter, Towns launches and hits another three. That's number 5 for Cat Towns tonight. 5 of 12 from behind.
By the way, Craig Bowerjack and Thurl Bailey on the call tonight in Utah.
As always.
Matt Hartman must have the night off.
Well, as always,
Harp.
it was Matt Hartman.
It's usually Matt Hartman.
Okay, all right.
Sometimes it's Thurl, usually Matt.
Tonight it was Thurl.
Come on, Hartman. How about that shot by Karl Anthony Towns? I know you love your 6'11" guy taking that step back.
No, but it went right in. I mean,
did go in.
He started off the year shooting the three like crazy. Went into a little bit of a, kind of got back to average, but he's making a lot of them. I'd like to see him on the box a little bit more, depending on who's guarding him. They do run a 5-out offense, and so the paint's wide open, which should lead to a lot of dribble drive. And so, playing with those centers now that can spread, it just opens up the paint. And if you got any kind of dribble drive game, you should really take advantage of that. And sometimes I don't see the Wolves. I think they take so many threes.
Yeah.
They take a bazillion threes.
Well, I wanted to ask Wes, as someone who's been in charge of building a team, it's a little bit of a blessing and a curse that Cat is their best three-point shooter, because he's also a really good interior scorer.
Yeah, no, it really helps if you have a great shooting big. You need somebody, a guard, a wing, that can make plays, get in the paint. Jeff Teague can do that. The question with Jeff Teague has always been about consistency. But Karl Anthony Towns, at this point, I mean, he's being guarded by Rudy Gobert. Rudy's being asked to defend that step back. That's really, really tough.
This is one of the times when you have a lot of versatility. I don't mind Cat on the perimeter, because Rudy Gobert is a very good interior defender.
That's right.
So you just take him out of the paint, it opens up. But I'm with you. It's Antetokounmpo fit with Brook Lopez so
Perfectly.
well, because there was just that paint. And so you need that guy that can put his head. I'm not sure Teague, to me, can get in the paint and can find people enough for me. I mean, he can get in the paint, but I don't like his vision in there. You need a guy that can get in the paint and find everybody around the floor with three-point shooters.
And Jeff Teague is unlikely to be the point guard of the future here, of course, as we know. Yeah. He's got an expiring contract this year. But it's curious, because the fit we're talking about, why it was, in Golden State. Help me out with the name.
Who are we talking about?
The point guard.
Steph Curry?
No. D'Angelo
Russell.
Because he's not the playmaking. He's not the breakdown point guard.
Right.
He's a similar kind of slow it down, play from behind the line and not create for everybody else.
Utah, by the way, excuse me, I'll try to get the voice back.
You sound like Thurl Bailey.
I sound nothing like Thurl Bailey. I wish I could sound like Thurl Bailey.
If you talk like this, you'd sound like Thurl Bailey.
I wish I could speak clearly right now.
You can't.
88 all will revisit in Salt Lake City in a little bit as Game Time presented by Kia continues.
Emergency timeout, 20-second for Matt. Come on.
Boston on the road, good bounce-back game after losing in Sacramento last night. Jaylen Brown, sure, why not? Wow, it's a 17-point lead.